Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Penalty Box Podcast. We are getting so close to the Women in Sports Conference. I am so excited. I will be leaving in less than 2 days to head to New Jersey to go watch the Devils and also attend this conference. So if you're not following my Instagram already, at Mia Redders with 2 S's, go do that because I will be vlogging. I'll be doing behind the scenes. It's going to be insane. It's going to be so incredible and fun, and you will not want to miss it. Today, we are doing a little bit of a fun episode. Normally, I write scripts, and I really dive deep into what I'm researching, as you can probably tell. But today, we're doing something a little fun, a little funky, and a little fresh. You guys really loved my Tipsy Tier Ranking episode. I almost said video. So today we're going to be doing something a little similar to that. I'm going to be rating every single NHL logo, and I will not be holding back. I am very excited for this one. I like to, add some laid back fun episodes in here every once in a while. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that made sense. I'm going to be completely honest. It is raining pretty bad here. I don't know if you can hear. I can hear it through the mic and my headphones right now, but if you can hear it, I'm so sorry. Let's pretend it's ASMR and I meant for this to happen. Anyway, sit back, get cozy, grab like a snack or something, and let's get into rating and roasting every single NHL logo. All right, I'm going to start with the original 6 teams. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did an episode covering them. So go all the way to the beginning. Those first couple episodes are kind of me like talking about the world of hockey and rules and facts and just the history, I guess. But anyway, we're going to start with the Bruins because they're part of the original 6 and I'm from Boston. And okay, I'm looking at the logo and it's definitely a classic. I'm not a fan of yellow, but I do love the detail, and it's really become this like recognizable and iconic symbol in the NHL. And if you hear crying, it's because my dogs, I had to leave them out of my room because they're losing their minds and they won't stop crying. So we just have to ignore it. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to say a 9 out of 10 because yeah, I think it looks good. I think it's fine. Next up is the Chicago Blackhawks. No. I'm giving it a 0. I mean, why are you using like Native American imagery and I don't like it. I don't like the Blackhawks. I'm giving them a 0 because I hope they shut the fuck up. I want to go with the Golden Knights next, I think. Wait, let me see. Okay, so we did the Bruins. We did the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm checking my list because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, now we're going to go to the Vegas Golden Knights. So their logo is really sleek and modern. I really like the combination of the Knights helmet and like the V-shaped design. I think it captures the team's name perfectly, so I'd give it an 8 maybe, but I do think the color scheme could be a little more distinctive. I want to move on to a Canadian team. I'm so sorry. And I want to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their logo is a classic. It could use a refresh. It does feel a little bit outdated to me, but at the same time, like the simplicity and the elegance of the logo are what make it timeless. So like maybe I'd like to see like a 50-year or 100-year, whatever, like how the Bruins kind of switched theirs up. Maybe that would be cool, but I'd give it a solid 8. It's very, very, it's a good logo. I feel like it's classic. I like it actually. The next team we are going to be talking about is the Seattle Kraken. And did I say the last team? I don't know if I did, but that's not what I meant. I love their logo. It's bold and it's unique and it captures the essence of the team's name. I also really love the color scheme, and it's a really great logo that makes a strong statement. And for me, that is a solid 9 out of 10. All of these are out of 10. Next up, we are going to be covering my other least favorite team, and it is the New York Rangers. Okay, I do hate them. I really, really do. But they're not, like, I hate them because they're my rivals. They're the Jersey rivals, and I guess kind of like the Boston rivals too, I guess. But, like, unlike the Blackhawks are just a shitty organization full of shitty people running it, like, appropriating culture, covering up sexual assault cases. Like, it's just a bunch of shit. That's why I hate them. The New York Rangers is more of just, like, I don't like them because rivalry. So I'm gonna... Do you hear that banging? Hold on. This episode is fucking chaotic. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, though. I'm trying to say that I'm gonna judge them fairly. The Blackhawks suck and they don't deserve me to judge them fairly, but the Rangers, maybe I can try. So I'm looking at it right now. I do really like the bold lettering and the like shield design. It's really recognizable, and I also love the color scheme. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm giving it an 8. We're not gonna talk about it again, though. We're just gonna pretend that I've never been nice to them, okay? Can we do that? Thank you. All right, next up, we're going to talk about the Philadelphia Flyers. Their logo is very fierce and dynamic, and I do like the orange and black color scheme. I think it does represent the team's play style, but also I feel like it could be a little more interesting. Like, it looks cool. It definitely looks cool, but it's also, like, if you compare it to, like, the Kraken or the Bruins, it's just, it doesn't hit as hard. So I'm going to give it a 7, which I know is probably not... Actually, I'm going to give it a 6. I'm so sorry. I'm giving it a 6. Next, we're going to talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning. The logo has evolved over the years, and the current design is really, like, sleek and modern. There's, like, the stormy blue color and the lightning bolt, and I think they're a great combination, and it's a solid logo. I mean, it captures the energy of the team. But it's not anything that, like, stands out to me. It's not shocking. It's not, wow, beautiful, you know. So I'm going to give it a 7. Like, it's cool. It works. We're going to talk about the Vancouver Canucks next. And this logo has undergone changes. The current version is a lot better than it used to be. I do like the blue and green color scheme. But once again, it doesn't stand out to me, like, anything insanely amazing. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 7. I mean, it's improved, but I feel like it still could make a little bit, oh my God, use a little bit more improvement. I'm sorry, I'm recording this at like midnight. My brothers are going crazy in the house. My dogs are crying. It's hectic. Sorry, but the next logo we're going to talk about are the Washington Capitals. The Capitals logo is like, I think it's a classic representation of the team. The design is like powerful, and then there's the red, white, and blue color scheme, which is pretty fitting. I guess it's another 7 for me. Like, it's good. I like it. It's just, it's not like anything crazy to me that like really stands out, if that makes any sense. The next one I'm going to cover are the Winnipeg Jets, and for this logo, they have this like sleek jet that's flying through the sky, which I think is cool because they're the Jets. And then they have this color scheme of blue and silver, and it adds to this modern appeal. So honestly, I'd give it a 7. 7's like, I like it. It's cool. 8 is, damn, that's a really good one. 9 is like, whoo, that's awesome. Like, I really, really like that. And 10 is like perfect. And then 6 is like, it's all right. You know, you get it. But yeah, the Winnipeg Jets, they have a strong visual impact, and the overall design is well executed, but it's not a huge standout to me. The Pittsburgh Penguins is the next logo we are going to talk about, and it's gone through a lot of changes over the years as well. The current version is bold and instantly recognizable, in my opinion. They have this skating penguin with this hockey stick. I mean, it has this playful charm to it, and it captures the team's identity well, which is cute. I want to say 6.5 to 7. Like, I just feel like when you're a hockey team, playful, yeah, you want to be playful, but you also want to be intimidating, because playful doesn't win you the cup. Sorry. Now we're going to talk about the San Jose Sharks, and I actually really do like this logo a lot. They have this like sharp-toothed shark, and it's very fierce and intimidating, and the shark is emerging from a hockey stick, and it creates this powerful image, and it's like teal colored. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it an 8. I really do think it looks very cool, very intimidating, and also very aesthetically pleasing. Now we're going to take a look at the St. Louis Blues. I'm having a moment. So their logo has a classic feel to it, and they have this little musical note that's hidden within the design, which is clever. It has this timeless charm, and it represents the team's name well. I'm not obsessed with it. I'm going to give it a 6. I think it's a logo, it's there, it's cool, but it's nothing crazy. We're going to talk about the Minnesota Wild logo. It's a really unique blend of nature and hockey. There's this roaring bear within the wilderness, and that creates this like intriguing visual. And the logo it's visually striking, and it captures the essence of the team's identity. So I'd give this one a 7. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool one. Not my favorite, but it's cool. All right. Who do we want to do next? We have a bunch more to cover. We are going to cover the Arizona Coyotes. So they have this howling coyote that's surrounded by like this moon-like shape, and it's a visually striking design. I would honestly give it a 6. Like, it looks cool. I mean, it's cool. It has this like certain like mysterious vibe, but I don't love the color palette. I don't. It's giving me high school. I don't know why, but it's just giving me high school. I don't know how to explain it. It just is, okay? Okay. We're going to talk about the Carolina Hurricanes next. They have this energetic feel to it, and I think it's creative. They have a swirling storm and the hockey stick forming the letter C. I don't love the team itself, but I think this logo is really creative and sleek and dynamic, and it captures the essence of the team. So I'm going to give it an 8.5, which is pretty high. I think that might be one of our higher ones today, but I think it's creative, interesting, and sleek and fierce. We're going to talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets next. It's this like patriotic tribute featuring a star and a flag-like design. I think it's fitting, and I think it's unique. The logo has a strong visual impact, and it really incorporates the team's identity well. I like the color scheme. I'd say a solid 7 from me. Once again, very cool, very aesthetic, but doesn't give me any feels. I don't know. We're going to talk about the Nashville Predators next. Their logo is fierce and imposing. They have this like snarling saber-toothed tiger. The color scheme, I don't know. I just feel like it just does not fit. I want to give it a 6. They could make it really fierce. But and I also feel like it's kind of similar to the Panthers. I mean, it's not similar, but it's like you're both kind of picking like the same thing, sort of like in the cat family. So I feel like it could be a little different. But speaking of the Florida Panthers, we're going to talk about them now. I'm looking at their logo. So the Panthers logo has this panther head, and the color scheme is bold. The logo, it has this modern appeal, and it represents the team effectively. I think it's interesting, but this is hard. I'm going to give this a 6. I feel like it's cute, but I also feel like it's basic, and I feel like it could be spiced up a little bit. I'm not really sure how. I mean, obviously I'm not a graphic designer, but I'm gonna stick with my rating. Wait, did I rate it? I don't know if I rated it. I'm gonna give it a 6. If I said that, I said it. Woohoo. Do you hear all the noise? Like, I don't have any silent time. Also, I am so sorry. This is so unscripted. As you can probably tell, it's a lot different than my normal episodes, but you guys seem to really like these episodes, so I like to give you a little break every once in a while. Anyway, okay. We're going to do let's see, Anaheim Ducks. That's a good one. Okay. So they have this webbed foot in a hockey mask, and I like it. I mean, it captures the team's aggressive spirit, but it's also obviously they're the Anaheim Ducks, but if you listen to my hockey movie episode, you'll know more about like why they were named and who they were named after, what they were named after, stuff like that. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's interesting. I think it's the perfect mix of intimidating but also playful. We were talking about that before with the Penguins, how I just don't think it's intimidating. I think it's cute, but I don't think it's intimidating. So this one, did I say 7.5 or 8? I don't know. I have memory loss, I swear. Anyway, next up we have the Buffalo Sabres. Why did I say that? Buffalo. We have the Buffalo Sabres, and they have this combination of a charging buffalo and the crossed swords, and it's classic. It's classic. I like it. The colors do kind of give me high school again, or like college vibes, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, just because it's very classic. We're going to do the Calgary Flames, and I really, really, really do like this logo, actually. They have this flaming sea, and it's surrounded by a fiery horseshoe, and it represents the team's passion and energy, and I really like this one. I just think it's fierce. I think it looks good. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5, maybe? 8.5, I don't really know yet. Between that, maybe an 8.2. Next, we have the Colorado Avalanche logo. It's sleek and it's modern. It has this mountain range that represents the team's home state, which I think is cool. It's simple and it's elegant, but the thing is, we're in hockey. This is hockey. I think it's interesting. I do think it's cool. I'm going to give it a 7 because I don't hate it. I think it's cool, but I also think when you think about it, we're speaking about hockey teams. We're not talking about like just a random logo. You know what I mean? Next, we're going to talk about the Dallas Stars logo. They have this star and a hockey puck that are like combined, and it creates this really clean and memorable design, and I really like it. I've always really liked it. I also like the color scheme. I think they did a very clean job with it. I think it's aesthetic. I think it's fierce, but also pretty. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I do really like that one. Next, we're going to talk about the Detroit Red Wings. This one, it's a classic winged wheel, and it hasn't really changed throughout history. A lot of people say it's like this timeless design, but I don't know. I don't love it. I know it's kind of similar to the Calgary Flames logo, but I don't love it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it at all. I'm not a fan. Then we're going to talk about the Edmonton Oilers. They have this oil drop and the gear, like it symbolizes the team's rich history in the oil industry. I really like the color scheme. I like how clean it is. I don't know if it's just me. I think it looks badass. I do really, really like it a lot. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. That's one of our highest ones. I really, really do like that one. Next up, we have the Montreal Canadiens logo, and it has this C with an H inside, and it represents one of the oldest and most successful hockey franchises. It is a classic design, but just because it's classic doesn't mean I get to go easy on it. I don't love it. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I don't really love the color scheme. It doesn't really stand out to me at all. Next, we're going to talk about my baby team. I am biased, but we're going to talk about the New Jersey Devils. They have this iconic devil with a trident that creates a really strong and memorable image. It's a classic logo. I love the colors, black, white, and red. It looks really good, inverted, like the normal version. I really, really like the Devils logo. I think it's badass as fuck, but it's also not cringy badass. Like, I feel like if it was like a full devil, like if it was a devil drawing, kind of like how the Predators have a full Predator and the Panthers have a Panther, I feel like that's kind of cringy and it's kind of like trying too hard. So I really do like the hint towards like the devil. Even though I know the devil's not good, but I want to give it a 10 out of 10. That's our first and probably only 10 out of 10, and I am biased, but I don't care. Now we're going to talk about the Ottawa Senators. They have this patriotic color scheme, and the logo does represent the team's namesake, but I feel like so many teams have this red, white, and blue scheme. I mean, we have the Rangers, we have the Ottawa Senators. We have so many different teams that have the same color scheme. And to stand out, you really have to do something crazy. I just don't think it stands out. I think it makes sense. I think it looks good. I'm going to give it a 7, but it does not stand out to me. Now we're going to do did I do this team? Okay. Now I'm going to do we have to do the LA Kings next. I'm looking at the logo. I really like it. I think it's sleek. I think it's sexy. I think it's badass and aesthetic, and it really looks good. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I really, really do like it, actually. So 9.5 out of 10 for the LA Kings. And the last team that we have to talk about are the New York Islanders. After the New York Islanders, I might go back and talk about the Devils logo and give you a history lesson, because, of course, you guys know me. You know how much I love the Devils. Wow, I had a little voice crack. But, okay, the New York Islanders, so sorry. So they have the team's initials with a hockey stick that form a Y, and I think that's really creative, and I do like that. I think it's clean, I think it's iconic, I think it's clever. They have this bold font and this blue and orange color scheme, and I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like, it might not be the flashiest or the most intricate design, but it captures the essence of the team, and it looks good. Like, it looks good. You have to remember that these logos have to also look good, like, just in general, not just on the scoreboard. And I love that. I really like this logo. So 8 out of 10 for me. All right, Spark Notes history lesson about the New Jersey Devils logo, since you guys know I love that logo. So the New Jersey Devils, we spoke about this. They were established in 1974, but during this time, their logo changed from like a mountain range to all these different things. And finally, in 1982, the team was renamed the New Jersey Devils. And this is when they got the logo, which consisted of like the devil's tail extending from the J, and this has been like the primary symbol ever since. They have made minor adjustments and made it more streamlined, but overall it's remained consistent. They have the devil's head with horns and a fierce expression, and it's become this like iconic representation of the team. In terms of colors, they use red, black, and white, and these colors really evoke a sense of like intensity and power and reflect like our team and what we want viewers to think. And this logo has really become synonymous with the franchise's success. I mean, we've been able to celebrate multiple Stanley Cup victories, and it's become a recognizable symbol not only among hockey fans, but also within the broader sports community. So, in my opinion, it really stands as a testament to the team's identity, representing their competitive spirit and their commitment to excellence on the ice. So that is why I give my lovely Devils a 10 out of 10 for this lovely logo rating challenge. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. I seriously love your support, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm so thankful for you. If you are curious to catch up on my life or see behind the scenes stuff, check out my Instagram at Mia Redders with 2 S's, or the podcast Instagram, which is at Penalty Box Podcast. I hope to see you there. If you are feeling nice, please follow this podcast and rate it 5 stars. Every rating helps so much, and I appreciate it so much. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening again. Bye.